Welcome to the Multi-Orgasmic Mama podcast, where sexual taboos are broken. I'm Tilly Storm, holistic sex coach and jade egg and tantric sex teacher. I work with luxury lovers, teaching them the art of better, sacred sex by helping them remove all their blocks to pleasure, turn on confidence and connection, so they can step into their fullest potential and power as humans and alchemists in the 3D. If you'd like to learn how to release shame and guilt destroying your sex life so you can feel fully sexually liberated and free, you can access my How to Release Shame and Guilt training at www.tillystorm.com/shame. This episode is brought to you by the Centrally Embodied Woman Collective. If you're ready to remove all your blocks to pleasure, turn on and feeling confident and sexy in your body through my paid programs and offerings, then head to www.tillystorm.com today. Welcome back, my luxury lovers. It's Tilly Storm here, and today we're talking about how to release shame and guilt destroying your sex life. This was a free training that I put on about a week or two ago. And the free training was really popular and a lot of people wanted to attend but couldn't make it live. So what I did was I had my assistant edit the video of all of the live interactive parts of it, and she put together just the information from the event and made it into a freebie that you can download over at www.tillystorm.com/shame. So it's about a 40-minute training, but in it is the most cutting-edge information and scientific nervous system depth-related info on the core wound of humanity of shame and repression. This training is so amazing for people who grew up in a religious household like I did, and got a lot of shaming and blaming and guilting or punishment around their sexuality or their body. It's great for anyone who was maybe told that masturbating was bad, or if you were told that you go to hell if you didn't get married, or if you feel that your desires and fantasies are just wrapped up and warped by trauma and negative sexual conditioning. Maybe you just don't feel good about your fantasies and you wish they would go away. And maybe you don't feel good about what you desire sexually. And maybe you struggle with porn or your use of it. This training is epic if you've experienced also any, real sexual trauma like rape or molestation, anything like that, and you still carry guilt or shame around it. Like maybe you worked on it before with a therapist, but you're still embodying the trauma because you've never done the deep embodiment and nervous system work to release it from your body. And it's great for anyone who felt that they couldn't speak their sexual needs or desires to their lover. Now, I work with a lot of women who this is what I see one of the most telltale signs of a shame and repression wound is the fact that you can't speak what you want to your lover. So if you want to experience your sexuality as something sacred and good and whole, and you want and are willing to do the deeper work to make that happen, babe, you can go learn all of the tips and the tricks and the techniques on how to give your partner a better orgasm or how to have a better orgasm or experience of pleasure yourself. But I'm telling you, if you don't go deep enough, all that shit is not going to matter because you really have to go to the core. Now, I just want to remind you all that I am not someone who's going to help you put a Band-Aid on your deeper problems. That's what the rest of the internet is for. That is not me. I'm here to help people who actually want to do the work and who want to live their best life and who want to feel fully embodied liberation around their sexuality. That's who this is for. So if that is you, go download and access the training at www.tillystorm.com/shame. Now, I know this is a bit of a teaser because I'm not actually giving you the 3 steps to how to release shame and guilt destroying your sex life on this actual episode, but this is intentional because it's a longer 45-minute training, and I also am showing you pictures and things like that, and it's really important for you to understand and have that background knowledge of how shame and repression actually affects your sexuality. And since this is a podcast, you can't see my graphics and explain everything to you in a visual format. So while we're going to keep it really short today, I wanted to take a moment to let you all know that the doors to the Centrally Embodied Woman group program, my 12-week group coaching program for women who want to work through their blocks to pleasure, confidence, turn on, and feeling connected and sexy in their body, is open for a new round of women. The course is actually evergreen. Anyone can join at any time, but we're starting a brand new cohort at the end of May. Our first call will be May 26th. So you need to get in your calls to my assistant to speak with her to see if you qualify for the program and if it's actually right for you before Wednesday, the 26th of May, 2021. And you can find out all of the information about the program at www.tillystorm.com/essentially-embodied-woman. This program is for women who are ready to do the work, okay? Not women who are ready to make excuses about why they can't make time to do the work, which is why I recorded that podcast for you last week on the 4 steps to create and enforce boundaries with your family so you can get it on more. Your lack of boundaries is precisely why you need to do this program, okay? I see and hear a lot of women on calls with me that want to do it so bad, but then they don't because they don't have enough boundaries. And that is why you are here. That is why you are listening, my love. That is why you are drawn to this podcast and this work, because deep down, there's a part of you that knows that you need to do this. Because if you don't, you're going to be putting your joy, your happiness, your peace, your satisfaction in life on the back burner while you become overwhelmed, your anxiety gets worse, your depression gets worse, and then you're left wondering who the hell you are after your kids leave your house when they're 18 years old. Don't let that be you, my love. In the Centrally Embodied Woman program, there's so many different ways of accountability to hold you to your commitment to do this work. You have one-on-one sessions with my assistant coach. You have weekly group sessions with me. You have an accountability challenge that gives you daily reminders to do the stuff. We literally have everything in place to set you up for success. Now, while I can't hold your hand through the process, sometimes I almost wish I could, but that's not how it works. We do have all of the tools and the technology available to help you keep your commitment throughout the program so that you can get the results that you came here for. Now, there is a difference between someone who needs to go through the group program and someone who needs to work with me one-on-one. And I'll explain that just for a minute. So if you are someone who has experienced sexual trauma and you've maybe worked on it a little bit with a therapist, but not really, and you haven't spent much time on the sexual trauma itself, you are a candidate for one-on-one coaching and probably not the group program. You're not going to get the results that you want because I don't have the time and attention that I can spend with you one-on-one in the group program. So that's why you need to do my Ignite Your Desire one-on-one coaching. So for the group program, this is for women who have experienced more negative conditioning that's affecting their sex life, their relationship. It's affecting their desire or lack of it, right? It's affecting their inability to orgasm how they want. It's affecting their relationship with their kids even because they don't have boundaries. It's affecting their relationship with their partner because they don't ask their partner for what they want and need. And all of this comes down to that core wound of shame and repression. Women who do those things, deep down, you don't feel worthy of having the desires that you want, of having the life that you really want deep down, because that shame and repression will often send a woman into the hypo-trauma response of dimming her light, of shutting down her sexuality, of pretending like it doesn't matter in her life, and, just brushing it off to the side and saying, well, maybe one day I'll work on that, right? Well, honey, that is the result of this wound. And I want to support you in reversing that so you can come back into thriving around your sex life and your relationship. So this new cohort that is starting May 26th, all you need to do is to see if you even qualify for the program first. This is a application only program. So you must go take the quiz on the website and book the call to find out if you even qualify for the program. I don't know if you qualify for the program until you talk to my assistant. And that is why the things are set in place as they are so that we can see if we are even a good match for even potentially working together. So you can go put in your application and see if you qualify by going to www.tillystorm.com/centrally-embodied-woman. And if you want to start with the How to Release Shame and Guilt Destroying Your Sex Life training, you're welcome to do that as well. And you can also book a call with my assistant through that training. So go ahead and get that done now, and let's get you set up for the life of your dreams, my love. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.